Good afternoon, everybody. It's Shana here from Girlfriend's Guide to Network Marketing, and happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far and lots of good stuff is happening. You're all celebrating some small wins, maybe some big wins. So welcome to our chat today. And today's topic, I think, is very important, especially in a world where I find we do so much stuff online. And if you're just joining me here today, I want you to say hello so I can say hi back. But yeah, I wanted to chat with you today about personal connection. And I know that it's so amazing right now in our world right now because we can do so many awesome things through our social media accounts, through using tools like Zoom, and we can do Insta stories, and we can connect with a lot of people in a easier way and in a shorter amount of time. And I think all of that stuff is so important and so great in our business. And I'm not discounting the awesomeness of social media and being able to connect with people and share our network marketing businesses and our products and services with hundreds of thousands of people in an instant through social media. Hi, Sarah. I wanted to just bring attention back to personal connection and how it is so important that whenever possible, we still continue to keep that personal face-to-face connection, not only with prospects and people that we're talking to, but also with our teams, with our clients. And so I'm going to chat about a few of these ways about how to make sure we're still bringing personal connection back, because I truly believe that there's a lot of know, like, and trust that gets built when we're in a person-to-person situation that sometimes gets lost in an online conversation. I think there's a lot of energy that gets exchanged between people when we're together, a lot of positive things that we do in our gestures and our facial expressions, and the way that we talk, and the way that we can even just looking into somebody's eyes for real rather than being on a screen. I think there's a lot of connections and things that happen in a person-to-person situation that just gets missed and gets lost when we're doing things online. Online definitely is helpful when you have large teams all over the world, and that's how you connect. I definitely see a time and place for it, but I do believe that there's still a time and a place to bring people together in this business that is going to, I think, amplify what we can do in our businesses and the way we can connect with people. So first of all, using our platforms to create curiosity about our businesses, about what we do, about our products and our services, absolutely 100%. We definitely like to do that through live video and through creating online events. But one of the things that I would recommend, that if you do have a conversation starting with somebody online, and you are, going back and forth through Messenger, maybe you're doing some voice messenger, which is awesome. But when possible, if that person is in the same city as you, or even within driving distance, take that relationship offline and move it into a person-to-person situation. And yes, that may take some more time. And yes, you may have to drive 45 minutes to be able to meet this person. But I promise you that it'll be worth it if you can really move that conversation from offline to a phone call even, at that point, and then trying to get into a place where you can actually meet each other. Because I do believe that when you get to see somebody in person and, like I said, exchange energy, it's going to help build that know, like, and trust so much better than if you just continue to try and keep, moving it through an online process. The other thing is, this is something that I'm noticing in my own team, is that we do a lot of online calls because the team is large and it is in various cities and countries, and that's great. And I love doing online meetings because I love getting everybody together. Hi, Jennifer. But one of the things that I do feel that gets missed sometimes is that energy that gets created when your team is together in the same room. And if you have a large team that's spread all over, but you have leaders in those pockets, those areas, encourage those leaders to do in-person meetings as well as be part of the larger team online stuff, because there is, again, an energy when your team gets together in person and you've got a lot of like-minded people who are all striving for the same goal, who are talking about, goal setting and where they want to be and how, you guys can move together forward. When you're together in that energy, it just brings so much power and force into your team, and there's a connectiveness that people get when they're together, and it makes people want to stay People love being in that energy. They love being around like-minded people. They have fun at these events. They leave feeling lifted up. And I think some of that stuff gets missed if we do everything online. You can be online and it can be powerful, but again, I think there's some personal, there's some real powerful energy that gets created when you're in a person-to-person situation or in a group situation where you're together. So definitely team meetings. So if you are one of those people that maybe your larger team is, you usually connect on Zoom and you have a small team in your town, find a time. I like to do a breakfast meeting, the first Saturday of every month, and I get all the local people in my team together in the mornings on that Saturday morning, and we do a team powwow. I usually have someone do a training. I usually have, some breakfast stuff there, and we talk about goal setting. We talk about whatever it is we need to talk about, but we're together in person as a group. And I always find that when people leave that meeting, they feel so, energized and ready to go because there is such a power in that group setting. So if you're with me on that and you feel that, I want to hear from you. Do you have local team meetings that you do in person, or do you find that everything's shifting more to an online setting? Even when it comes to client events, I know now we do Facebook Live events to showcase our products and our services, and we're doing, Facebook events, and we're doing, online, groups for our clients and stuff like that, which I think is all so awesome and powerful because we can reach a lot of people quickly without even having to leave our house. But I still also recommend, on top of that, I don't think that is a replacement for doing, in-person events to showcase your products, your services, your opportunity to people in a situation where you're together and you're able to touch and feel the product, and you're able to actually, have a conversation with your clients in person where they can, you can build that know, like, and trust, and they can see you and you get to chat with them and you get to talk about things that are, just getting to know each other in a way that just really, helps you connect. And I do think that sometimes that gets lost in online events. It becomes a little less personable. And I love doing VIP events for my clients. My clients know that. I love putting time and effort into mine. And I know that there are time differences, you guys. I realize that maybe your team or maybe your clients are from out of town, but I honestly think that if you can drive to something without it taking too much of your time, it's worth the effort to go and visit team members or go and set up an appointment with a client, even if you have to drive to be there in person. I promise you that if you can spend that time creating that personal connection, that person's more likely going to stick with you for the long haul because they get to that know, like, and trust, that personal connection with you. And that even comes to launching new team members. So maybe you've met a new team member through, your social media accounts, but they live 3 hours, 4 hours away. I really encourage you to take the 4-hour drive and go there in person to launch that person and be with them and be in their energy, and they get to be in your energy, and they get to watch you in person, and they get to see your mannerisms, the words, the language, rather than you being on a laptop on a table doing it from a remote location. Unless you're, like 5 time zones away, even if you had to fly, I would say if you can break even on your investment in your travel to launch somebody in person, it is going to be more than worth it for you because you're going to create that connection. You're going to build that know, like, and trust. They're going to get to learn so much more from being in your presence versus having to do everything online. And they're going to have a better connection with you. And I think that's going to last a lot longer for them and you, and it's going to be a better relationship altogether. So I really, thinking about that when you're launching somebody, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm driving 5 hours away to launch a new person for my business. And I'm excited because I love being with them and seeing their excitement and helping them and being able to sit with them and enter orders and show them all those things in person rather than trying to do that online. And it shows them that I care enough about them to take the effort to be there to help support them. And that's powerful too, you guys, as well. So, I know we have all these great online tools and I love them all and I use them all. But one of the things that's really been speaking to me in this past couple weeks, thinking about my own team, is doing team events, in person and having some things that you can do with your team, with your clients in that person-to-person format where you get to be together, exchange great energy, get to know each other, and even doing fun events. They don't all have to be full-on training events. Having some fun team events where you guys go out for appetizers and, a drink, or, you're doing something that allows you guys to connect on a way that's more social, but it gives people that sense of, they have fun when they're with you in your business, and you're able to work and have fun together. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. How many of you guys are using online tools maybe a little more, maybe relying on the online thing a little bit more than maybe you should be. Maybe you should be looking at doing some more personal events to create that camaraderie within your team and create that excitement and that energy. But I really do believe that if you can have a healthy mix of online and in person, and if you have a team that's spread out, have some of those people that are in those other cities, countries, step up into their leadership and host online events for that piece of your team. And they can host their own, in-person events for that, area in your business. And they can step up into their own leadership and take on that role of having a in-person meeting for the team members in that area. So that's my message for today, guys, that I hope that you found this very helpful. So Sarah says, all mine is online, but I'm attending a training about 2 hours away next month. And that's amazing, Sarah. Sometimes we have to sacrifice time to get to things that are in person. And when I started my business, I used to have to drive 2 hours east to go to a meeting, to hear more, to get some training. I used to have to drive every time until I started growing my own team and my own business, and started doing them myself in my own hometown. So yes, sometimes you may have to sacrifice that driving time, to be able to connect in. And that's just what we have to do. We can't just depend on everything being online. Like I said, you're going to learn so much more from seeing people in person, seeing mannerisms. I used to go to my meetings and I used to watch everything that my leaders were doing, from their hand gestures, to the way they spoke, to the way they set up the room, to the way that they talked to people before the events, to the way that they talked to people after the events. I was soaking it in like a sponge because I knew that at some point in my business, I was going to have to do the same thing. And I wanted to see, firsthand what they were doing. So there is so much to be learned from that. So definitely take the 2 hours and drive if you have to. So anyways, that's my message today, guys. I hope you found some value in this. If you know somebody who needs to hear this message, please share this video with them. Anything that you need help on, you guys, you can always message me. I'm happy to answer questions in these online videos for you. So feel free to send me anything that you would like to hear in an upcoming Girlfriend's Guide video. And for now, that's it. I hope you guys all got my new free document on how to attract your ideal prospect. And I hope that's working for some of you. I'd love to hear from you if you have created that new vision for the person that you're looking to attract in your business. If you want to share with what that person looks like with the rest of us, we'd love to hear from you. That's it for me, guys. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm off to my weekend away to launch my new business partner. I'm really excited about that. So we'll see you guys on probably Tuesday of next week. Until then, bye for now, guys.